Oh, hi Fiona. So it's another Sunday afternoon. I want to get a coffee, a quick cigarette just to get out of the house. Fucking hell. My social plans got cancelled this Saturday. Fucking exhausted, mate. He's a good guy, but he's... Going down to the beach. How's it going? Can I just grab a small long black coffee with a dash of milk, please?
Dash of milk?
Yes, please.
Pay card or cash? There you go.
Busy day or?
Not too busy if you like, yeah.
All good?
Good, yeah, thank you.
Nice. Not too busy? I filmed this boat during the day. Street light is not, well, fuck. So I'm just going for a nightly walk. This is the light walk around my block where I live. Yeah, just a brief recap. Trying to get my weight back into control a bit. You know, which is hard working at the restaurant when you get all that food's in your face. But at the moment, I'm just really trying to be. I'm conscious of that when I'm working, but also making an effort when I'm not there. Today was alright. I didn't binge eat or anxious eat or whatever, but it was good today. What else did I do? I scheduled some Facebook pages, which is, I guess you can call me a YouTuber now. Tomorrow I got a couple things. Yeah, you know, it's which is good scheduling. It's really time consuming, and I don't know why when I actually try to sit down and schedule the Facebook post, things just get in the way and it sets me back. Other than that, I didn't bring my camera with me because the last few times I brought my camera there, but I went to an AA meeting tonight down at Salvo's, 6 p.m. Manly, if you're in the area. Good meeting. I did get asked to share, but didn't share. Yeah, and did a few chores. I'm supposed to be fucking cleaning my bedroom, but I don't think that's going to happen. But it's not that filthy. It's just details, the detailed cleaning part. But so tomorrow, I don't know what I'm going to do tomorrow. I haven't worked that out, which I should. But do a few more days of scheduling before I get to bed. So my work situation's changing a bit, which is alright. But I might have to be looking for a new job. So I'm not going to quit or get fired from it, but I just don't want to dedicate myself to this particular restaurant. I'm getting told to do nights, and they're not set up for me. A little bit incompatible. Misleading. Yeah, we're incompatible, but for the right reasons. It's healthy. It's, you know, no hard feelings or anything. But I am going to keep working there until I'm set up somewhere else as well. I'm lucky that I am working during the night rather than during the day. When I should focus on getting another job, at least I got that day. I have gained a few more subs and then lost a small portion of that, which happens. You gain some, you lose some. The watch time's getting good, but the view counts are not. I'm getting less than 100. Which is frustrating. Maybe I'm releasing a bit more during the week, which is could be a reason, but anyway, peace out. God. Okay. It smells like gas. No, there's a TV screen. Oh shit. This room's gone. Oh, it's just there. No, it's not. I just dropped some mouthwash. And it's gone for the moment. So. Fucking hell, man. I hate this. So, just another brief update. I got to do some notes on my thing, organise my week. I always have a fair good idea what I'm doing for that week, but never properly put it in pen to paper. And clean up my bedroom a bit better tomorrow night. It's supposed to be a recovery week. It's Sunday night, so anyway, see what happens. Anyway, cheers guys, bye.
The 24 hours that I have. So when they said I'm going to give you another 24 hours, I mean, I was so grateful and just, I wanted it to last forever. She was the cutest little thing I'd ever seen, and it was that moment that I decided, you're done. You need to hang up your hat. You need to retire. No more selling drugs. No more doing drugs. No more running around the country acting like a fool. You're done. You have just retired.
And how old were you at this time?
I was 23 when she was born. So that's young, you know.
So a couple of questions, obviously. Amazing story. First of all, I want to congratulate you. I mean, a lot of people, I often talk about drug addiction. I've done every drug in the book. You name it, I've done it. Never become an addict. I've got a personality that's not a personality like that. I controlled it. I didn't let it control me. Obviously, you know, most addicts do. But I often talk about a life-changing event. Let me give you what I mean. Everybody's different. I teach about this on the road when I do speaking engagements. Every person's different, meaning this. But one person could be driving down the street and almost hit somebody while they're high, get home, be shaken, and say, I'll never do drugs again. They hit a bottom. Another person gets arrested, spends a night in jail, says, man, fuck this. I'm never doing drugs. He hit a bottom. Then you get a person like Larry Love, who went to prison, was facing life. I ended up getting 4 12-year sentences, but I ended up facing life. I still didn't hit my bottom until I was in the hole, and a friend of mine hung himself and killed himself and told me he was going to do it. So I hit my bottom there. Everybody hits their bottom somewhere, Jessica. Obviously, you hit your bottom realizing, wow, this is my daughter. This is my daughter, my flesh and blood. And I know I have 2 children. Now I have 2 grandchildren. And my grandson's 4 before, and my granddaughter just turned 2. So it's like, you know, you live for those. And now, obviously, you're doing very well. I want to just say, before yes, I'm also proud of it. I think it's really, admirable that everybody goes through ups and downs. Listen, I deal with people all over the world. And when you hear one person, I said, listen, everybody could have went to prison. Everybody makes mistakes. I don't care who you are. I was at a function and someone says, you know, big crowd, about 300 people, someone raised their hand and says, well, I would never go to prison. I said, let me ask you a question. Have you ever drove 20 miles an hour over the speed limit? They go, well, maybe passing someone. I said, if you hit somebody and killed them, that's vehicular homicide over 20 miles an hour. You're going to jail. You're going to be my cellie. Now, are you a bad person? No. You made mistakes. You got caught up with drugs or whatever you did in our lives. And I don't ever, and I don't see you doing it, I don't ever make excuses for who I was. But I try to help people realize, listen, there's a better way. Now, I know this is a tough question. I don't quite like to ask the women. How old are you now?
I'm 31.
Wow. And everybody healthy? Everybody in good shape? Anyone in a relationship? Did the dad stay with the baby?
Yeah, that's a really good question. He has struggled with addiction, and he also went to prison that same day. And, well, jail and then prison. You all know how it goes. But his addiction, huge, massive. Side note, county jail is a million times worse than prison in my personal experience.
Well, that depends on where you're at.
True, if you're Rikers.
Security prisons.
Yeah.
And maximum security.
Me too. But his addiction never stopped. You can find drugs in prison, in every prison in America. So his addiction, unfortunately, he never got better. And he's now facing about 5 more felonies today. So he's still struggling. But I found a man, y'all. I found a really good man, and I've been with him for 7 years. And that is my daughter's father. You know, he stepped up, and he's so good. He's so great. And we've been blessed with a second daughter. She's 4. And that second kid gives 0 Fs about anything. The second one will try you.
You can curse on this. On my channel, you can curse, so don't worry about that. It's not like we're dropping F-bombs, but, you understand. But I got to respect you for what you did, coming out now having 2 great children. And I often tell this, I said, people who went through adversity like you have become a lot stronger, a lot better person, a lot better mom, a lot better educator. Because really, I consider you an educator. When I looked you up, Jessica, my son had found you, I guess, or you found me. I didn't know how it worked. And he says, Dad, he goes, you really like this girl. She's really changed her life, and she has a YouTube channel, and I think you can help her and, tell her story and do good and try to help other people making those choices. Somebody's sitting home right now who's listening to this podcast or a video like on yours or mine, and it changed their life. They say, I get a lot of emails about people say, Larry, you've helped me through depression, or you've helped me, I haven't been to drugs since talking to you, and it's very heartwarming. I get the assholes too, Jessica. I mean, the people that, hey, you're an ex-con, you fucking people should be jail forever. I get those, but you know what? They got to live their own life. We have to forgive ourselves. So now, let's get back to your little story here. You got a great story, and I'm really happy with you. And your husband, obviously, and the 2 children. They got great parents, I'm sure. What are you doing now? Obviously, you're doing YouTube. Are you working? Are you...
Just to back up a little bit, you mentioned my strength, and the truth of it is, you don't know how strong you are until being strong is the only option you have. It took a lot to get to where I am today, just mentally. Not the physical stuff outside, but mentally.
Price whatever
It
you
took
want.
years in my sobriety to even get comfortable in my own skin, and I think when people are pulling themselves out of that, they get frustrated at times, because it's like, I don't feel good. Mentally, I'm not okay. So for me, I was using drugs for a long time. I didn't know how to handle my emotions. I didn't know that I have depression and anxiety because I self-medicated that from 13 to 23, and that was tough.
PTSD.
Yeah. When my daughter was born in prison, that was the first time I realized, like,
Mr. Beast,
something's wrong.
places.
I had extreme postpartum depression and PTSD from being ripped out of that hospital room. I spent a couple of weeks in the infirmary, and I had like fleeting moments of the correctional officers trying to talk to me when I was coming back through intake. I don't really remember what they said. I don't remember hearing.
We're going to get into that one second, and we're going to get into the whole prison experience here.
Yeah.
And I'm just trying to get with where you're at now. Do you have urges? Do you have, obviously addiction is a lifelong thing. And I was telling you, before we did the interview here, I was off camera talking about how I was lucky about not having that particular personality per se. Do you find the urges? Do you have it like, this thing's ripped at you and, you have to fight it?
What I'm looking for.
Now you got 2 lives that you're really responsible for. That it's just amazing
Bad
to
cop,
see.
anything
People out there, young people
operator.
podcasts are going to realize, wow, is it like, it's a feeling like you can't even explain that stuff to you.
Yeah, for me, I am triggered by certain things. What is weird about my triggers is one of them is cash. So I don't like having cash in my hand, because I was a drug dealer. I had a lot of cash, so I don't like cash, which is odd. But my depression is my biggest trigger. So I have to keep my mental health in check, because if I don't, everything else falls apart. So it's been 8 years now. My daughter's 8, I'm 8 years sober. It's easier. The first few years, it was so hard because life was just throwing me tons of obstacles, and I had to respond to them in the correct way. That was the hardest for me. Now I wouldn't say that I have urges, but I definitely get overwhelmed with stress and depression and anxiety, and that is typically where my brain is just like the drug addict mentality tries to creep in, and I have a good support system, which is what I would recommend to anyone that's struggling with addiction. I voice that I'm struggling. I let my boyfriend know, like, yo, you need to take the kids. I'm going crazy. I just need a minute to myself. I need to, take care of my mental health, take care of my physical health, and then, I can do better.
And obviously you're getting that support, because you and I both know it's easy. When I first got out, it would have been easy for me to dip back into crime. Yeah. Because I was a very successful criminal. Made 15, 18 million. My whole life was a big success in the crime world, but you're always looking over your shoulder. I don't have to tell you about the drug business or the crime crime business? Because you were in it. You know, a lot of people ask me, they go, "Last, you know, you were ever into drugs, but what do drug people have relating to you?" And I said, "They were criminals." And they don't understand what I mean by that. They go, "No, they were addicts." No, no. Trust me, if you're into drugs, you're a criminal. If you're doing something to get that money, you're doing something to get the, you know, support that habit. You just can't do it. I don't care how much money you have. If you will go through it. I've seen people pull businesses, $1 million businesses, because of drugs. Did you go through any, like, before we get into the prison part of it, when you had your kids, you got off it, was there any help group, whether it's, you know, AN, you know, or Narcotics Anonymous, NA, or any of them that helped you, or was it just your inner fortitude?
So that decision was made in prison. I knew that I was done. I was going to quit no matter, like, by any and all means necessary. I don't attribute my sobriety to NA. I was court mandated to go to NA, and I just kind of have that personality where if you're forcing me into something, I'm not going to be too happy about it.
I'm the same way. I'm not a big believer in those. I really am not. Not that they don't work for some people. I always say that.
Do.
But I'm not a supporter of those, right?
But
per se.
Yeah.
I think you got to do it.
Personally, I had to make that change on my own. And I felt a lot of shame surrounding those meetings, and I didn't feel good going there. You know, I am not anonymous. I am Jessica Kent, and I got sober, and I beat that. You know, but
when your baby was your baby born in an attic?
No. So thankfully, I was only 3 weeks pregnant when I was arrested. So I was barely pregnant, 5 minutes pregnant. She was born very, very healthy, and she has no symptoms of any of that. Thank God.
So right when you knew you were pregnant, you stopped drugs.
Right.
Literally stopped drugs.
Right.
Wow, that shows the power of a baby or of a human life. You literally, yes, you were in jail, but you and I both well know there's drugs in prison any way you want, or jail, anything you want. I did my best drugs in prison. I did a lot of acid in prison. And obviously, you know, drugs are everywhere in prison. And you didn't do it, so that says something. Now we're going to get a little bit, if you don't mind, into your incarceration and your actual having birth. Because I know my audience is probably saying, wow, what is it like? What do they do? Once you come into intake and they say, hey, listen, you're pregnant. What do? They just throw you still into population? Give us a little bit of how that works.
Yeah, so because of my charges, I was supposed to be in a max, but...
And your charges were dealing, what were your exact?
Pigeons. Thank you.
Thank you.
I'll see you later, okay?
Yes, bye.
Oh, Lubags, all right, mate. How are you? New wheels, Lubags. Nice, look at that.
So cute. Oh, fucking good. Go to the bus stop. Yep. No. Sundays are supposed to be my day off, but I've been working most Sundays for the last 2 years of it. Now, this lady's got 2 different dogs. I don't know if you can see it, but yeah. I'm gonna go for a walk after my cigarette. And go back to work and continue. And what's gonna happen is that put the camera back on the charge. So yeah, I'm trying to find websites I can post my YouTube stuff on this week. I found some, like I can do it, but I don't know how well they're gonna work. It won't hurt because that my channel's so tiny. What was I going to say? Trying to learn podcast, that took a lot more time than I thought it would. I'm so lost in it. I'm getting a lot better at it, but as of today I thought that I'll give that stuff a rest. So I might even check on now. Podbean. It's on Podbean. Since I'm talking about it, it's called A Wasted Youth, my podcast. 2 5, you know. That's alright. So I'm still going to learn about that. I'm going to do that together. Next, so I put that aside. This Sunday I'll be looking at it again. A Wasted Youth, you can find it. I'm going to focus on Podbean, but expand from that. So this Sunday, it's a Friday the 7th of May, and I'm filming this clip. So this Sunday at the 9th, if my math's okay, touch base with them again. Yeah, so I'm just gonna, and today, and then afterwards, I looked at websites I can put my movies on. I found some. I'm trying to write a list, but trying to expand a bit more this week, and it's been boring. Like, I haven't filmed. I'm still not aligned on my vlogging schedules at the moment, which reminds me, I got to see if I got to organise organise some stuff. So yeah, so learning, and I struggle with some areas of technology. I really do. But you know, like, I was almost 18 when I first got my mobile phone. You know, it's just so I'm going to do some filming, a little bit of filming today. I have to work tonight at the restaurant, which I don't mind working for things, but I mentioned again, just, you know, I've got the taste of being a YouTuber, so, anyway. I also looked into buying I do have a monitor, as you can see the bright light, but it doesn't have its own webcam on it. I'm working myself up to, I got a funny thing about money. I've got the money, but, because I'm just going to start live streaming soon, every Tuesday Sydney time, but, yeah, so today's just going to do some filming, so, see how it goes, vlogs, but, yeah, so that's what's been happening. I'm trying to expand, I guess. YouTube does, support, encourage, you know, people from the outside, so I've probably got maybe, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 vlogs, about 6 vlogs on file that I've still got to edit, so, oh god, so, 109, yeah, so, far out, you know, so disorganised. That one's getting deleted. But at least I'm still doing it. I'll probably end up quitting. So the podcast I haven't done like in a year. I've really slacked off on it. So and I've regretted it since. So 110 credit. 111. But the good thing about with my vlogs, I am kind of trying to, because when I try to upload them onto my computer and organise them straight away. But you know, still haven't made it yet, which is okay. But one day, but see what this clip is. Said close. So anyway, I'm gonna go back and listen to Larry Lawton.
Theory of meth, which is controlled buys, because people suck. And then simultaneous possession of drugs and a
I love you
firearm.
already. Firearm. I try to even tell people, don't get away from a gun. That's just an enhancement that you don't want.
Right. We were able to get it null processed because, you know, it was nowhere near me when we were arrested. It's a whole story. I can get into that in, you know, later in the interview if you'd like. But yeah, I was supposed to be placed at a max. Well, when I went into intake, they do the medical stuff when you're going into prison. And it's this whole long, drawn-out day.
And this is in what state?
Arkansas.
Illinois?
Arkansas.
Arkansas. Okay. And you weren't living there at the time, were you?
I was living in Arkansas for about 7 months, and at that point I was heavily addicted.
So you were, the residence was there. Okay.
Exactly.
And you were dealing out of, like, your dealing and your crimes were out of Arkansas.
Everything in Arkansas.
I mean, Arkansas. Where's Arkansas? It's a flyover state. That's what we used to call it.
Yeah, I ran from some felonies in New York that I was innocent of. And I'm like, I know I can fight this, but I can't fight it out of the county jail with a public defender. I have to fight it away from here. So I ran. I knew a friend in Arkansas. Again, I couldn't even pick it out on a map. I had no freaking idea where it was. I'm like, Arkansas, what the hell is that? So I get there, and I meet a bunch of people that were selling and using meth. And I'm like, oh, I'm a hustler. I can do this. It was all coming from Mexico. It was strong, it was addictive, and at that point, I lost all control of my addiction. I became very, very sick. I wasn't eating, I wasn't drinking water, I was covered in tracks, and I weighed 90 pounds when I was arrested. I looked and was disgusting. I mean, I was so sick. So fast forward, I take my plea at 6 months. 6 months pregnant. 6 months and change.
Now you know you're pregnant, right when they told you in intake, you said they told you in intake you were pregnant?
They told me in the county jail that I was pregnant, and I was in complete denial.
And did you just happen to get a test? I mean, nobody just gets a pregnancy test. Did you feel right, not have a period?
Right. So a friend of mine put in a kite. A friend of mine put in a kite for me to go to medical because I was sick. I didn't even request to go. And I remember one day they called me out and they were doing a bunch of stuff, but I'm detoxing. I'm in and out of it. All I want to do is sleep, you know? So the only thing I remember is them calling me out and then the nurse telling me I was pregnant because I'm just not even in my right mind.
Right,
you know?
sure.
I remember even standing in the hallway like, what the fuck are we doing today? You know, I had no clue what was going on. So 6 months later, I take my plea. It was the third plea. I really had to fight the state of Arkansas to get the plea that I got. They offered me 20. I told them to go fuck themselves. They offered me 10. I said absolutely not. And I thought, I'm going to trial. I'm going to trial in a state where they won't give me legal material. I have no access to the law library, no books whatsoever. And
That's so against the law. You know, I did the law for 10 years. So
as a New Yorker, I'm like, this is illegal. So I'm fighting the correctional officers. I'm like, I need a law book. Like, this is not okay. So everyone around me in this jail was like, are you lost? Like, this is Arkansas. You're not getting any legal material. So that was probably the first moment where I'm like, I need to fight for prison reform. But I didn't know how, right? So I get my plea of 5 years, happily signed.
So you ended up, after a long day, they don't want to go to trial, they said, there's an addict, let's give her 5 years. And you're in the county jail, how long at this time? 6 months. And are you showing? Are you like kind of, I mean,
I had
feeling
jowls,
crappy someday?
Like, I was so fat, I had jowls.
Well, you know, after being an addict, and you know this, Jessica, you probably, the weight felt good in its own way.
Oh, yeah, for
You know,
sure.
Once you're sober, you realize, I look like shit. You don't think you do when you're an addict, and you got other addicts and all the shit that goes on out there. But now you're feeling it. I mean, are you feeling the baby?
Yeah, I was in denial for a few months, probably 3. But after a while, I'm like...
I didn't know that, I'm sure. Good stuff that goes on. Did you worry about losing the baby?
All the time. Every day. Every day. Because unlike the free world, you can't just go to the doctor if you think something's wrong. You know, and I didn't have an ultrasound, and I would beg the nurse, please just check the heartbeat. Please check, like, something's wrong. That's anxiety. So all the time I thought that I wasn't okay. There was even a situation where another girl tricked me because she didn't like me. She was actually sleeping with my baby daddy, so there's some tea there. She trips me, and now I'm convinced. I get up to swing, and my old biker chick friend that I met in the county jail, she's like, are you insane? What are you doing? And I remember, like, oh fuck, I'm pregnant, I can't fight her.
I'm pregnant.
But I'm like, she hurt my baby. She hurt my baby. So for a week, I begged the nurse, please listen to the heartbeat. Like, this chick tripped me. Something's wrong. And then I went into the nurse's, like, medical office, and she checked the heartbeat. And when Micah's heartbeat came up, I just started bawling my eyes out because for a week I thought something was wrong. And that was at 3 months or maybe 4. So I didn't really feel her moving at all. And I kind of went through a lot of situations like that, a lot.
I try to tell people in prison, there is no medical care. I love that. Oh, you're going to get medical. Bullshit. You break your arm, they'll give you a fucking aspirin. You're lucky you'll see anybody, period. I mean, the medical care, even in the federal system, when I was in Arkansas, the doctors don't even have to be licensed in that state, because we were on a federal institute, which is the worst. I used to love to hear people compare. I'd rather be in the state than the fed. Not when you're in maximum security prison. I was in a prison we had 2,800 medical licenses. I'm never getting out.
I'm going to make a coffee.
It was the worst prison in the country at the time. I was USP Atlanta. But getting back to your story. So here you are at 6 months pregnant, 9 to go. Still worried every day. You got to worry about losing it. Life is just like you. You're going to fight. You're not heading to the state jail yet, right? You're not going to the jail. You're still in jail. You're not going to prison yet, right?
So
Look how clean my cafe cup is.
Oh, I know.
Turtle.
I get what people like. I have a lot of contacts in there. I was in there for years. And the whole road I've been on air 16 times. But that's another story. Let's keep going. You're here on, you're 6 months pregnant.
You can tell that I'm a bachelor. Bachelor! I'm gonna find this guy's name, but you heard of the saying ride and die? What on? Why can't it be ride and live? So, home movies and shit. Help.
So ridiculous. She's like, oh, well, you're not standing
So annoying. I haven't been able to paint my nails since I started this restaurant job.
Like, I was excited about it.
Right.
So I stayed in Max.
Is it a medical unit?
50/50. So they have a work release program
Oh,
over
so I was
there,
gonna
and they also
check out,
have like
huh?
some cancer patients there, and the pregnant chicks get sent there. So there's a lot of different stuff going on there. But I stayed in Max for a few weeks, and then they shipped me to Medium, and I had my baby. And I actually got kicked out of the Medium and sent back to the Max shortly after I gave birth.
Sounds like me. You sound like me a lot, because that's what happened to me after fighting and everything. But so now you're at the prison, and you have your baby at the prison?
No. So after she was born, I was actually in labor. And
Well, you're in the medium. You're in the medical unit, or whatever you want to call it. Half of the medical unit.
Oh, that's a Chinese
Are there
one.
pregnant
Heads up.
babies there?
yes, there are.
Where on earth?
And this was my first experience with it. I had experience with seeing girls, test positive for pregnancy, and they're pregnant in jail, but I never paid attention to it before because it didn't affect me, And now I'm like, I'm the pregnant chick. Like, this sucks, right? So at the time, I think in my dorm we had 5 or 6 other pregnant women. So, and interestingly enough, I had seen women.
I haven't been
have their
suspended
baby,
from Twitter in
come back in 24
ages,
hours,
man.
And then get visitation.
I literally had
there.
a Twitter thing that I had like close to 2,000 followers on it, but
if she's strong enough to handle it, I can certainly handle this.
And you get, by their policy or whatever it is, you get 24 hours with the baby.
24 hours with the baby.
Here you are, you're in prison, you're locked, you've just had the baby. You're shackled to the bed. The doctor gives you another 24 hours. That person has to be God, no?
Yeah, I wish I remembered her name. I wish I could get a hold of her and just thank her for that, because what was so small to anyone else was a huge deal to me. That was the first time in that whole experience that I was actually treated like a human being. My visits, my doctor visits in the county jail, I was brought out to a free world free clinic, and people were taking pictures of me in the free world, pregnant, shackled up, going to the doctor. So if you have that picture of me, fuck you. I'm just kidding. I was so embarrassed, and I was mortified that people were taking my picture, but after my daughter was born,
but this profile I've got
something
80.
I had her for 9
I got
months with me,
84.
and now she's gone, and I didn't know how to react to that. So I got to hold her for 48 hours. I wouldn't even let him take her to give her a little bath like you're supposed to do. You can't say no, new mamas.
So did you fight them when they came to take the baby away? Obviously, you can't have the baby. You're going back to prison now. They tell you, okay, you get discharged. Is it only 48 hours in the hospital?
It's supposed to only be 20.
Battles I had with this man Ulrich, I'm sitting around here at ringside commentating. He shortened my career, and it was not personal when I was in there.
We found Sprizzy through a Google search, pretty much. I was looking for a way to market our YouTube videos in a, I guess you'd call it a correct manner. Sprizzy's something completely different. What Sprizzy does is they have a network of places that
scene that I don't want to be a part of. Look out. You got it. Where the hell to go? There's nowhere to go out here. Dad, what are you doing out there? Trying to get out of the way. Oh. Everywhere they go, somebody's getting beat up around here. You probably get the smackdown laid on you. Oh, here we go. He's doing it. Talking about the smackdown. Well, the Undertaker cuts the rock right off. That leads to the out. We're getting Christmas greetings. We've had Christmas greetings all night long. Oh, no. Comrades, let me be.
Shut up.
But not for long. The Undertaker right back up. Reverses the Irish whip. Oh, no. Scores for the neck breaker.
Undertaker's so fat.
The Undertaker's right back on his feet, delivering more punishment. The Undertaker's a tough pinball game here tonight. On Christmas night. Now they're up now.
Most new YouTubers think that all they have to do to get views on their video is to make their video, upload their video to YouTube, and then sit back and watch the views come in. Well, I hate to break it to you, but sometimes that's just not how it works. In order to best set up your YouTube videos for success, to get a lot of views as soon as you post them, you need to have a promotion strategy. So that's why in today's video, I am going to be sharing 7 promotion strategies that you can use in order to get more views on your YouTube videos. So if you want to know what these 7 juicy strategies are, then keep on watching. One thing that new and small YouTubers don't know about the YouTube algorithm is that there is actually 2 really crucial times that YouTube looks at as soon as your video goes live. These are the first 2 hours when your video goes live and the first 24 to 48 hours. YouTube looks at both of these times and looks at the views that you're getting during these times to determine whether it should continue to promote your video more. So during the first 2 hours, your video might get put in people's browse pages, on their home pages, just as a way for YouTube to test to see, how are people responding to this video? And then after that first 2 hours, if your video hasn't performed well, it hasn't gotten a lot of clicks or a lot of views, you will see that your video will suddenly not get as many views and won't be appearing in those pages. And then the next part is the first 24 to 48 hours. YouTube looks at all of the views, all of the engagement that your video is getting during this time, and then if it has passed the test, it will continue to promote your video. So that is why you want to have a good promotion strategy for your video, because you don't just want to rely on
Mortal Kombat. What? I hate doing this shit.
So let's be honest, there's a lot that goes into being a
Oh, her
YouTuber.
eyebrows are mad
Editing,
ass.
finding copyright for music, getting sponsorships, doing SEO on your videos and channel, growing your channel. And in the last few years of having my YouTube channel, I've come across and found a lot of really helpful resources and tools completely for free that totally changed the game and make my life as a YouTuber a lot easier. So in today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you guys the top 10 free resources and tools that have totally changed the game and make my life as a YouTuber so much easier. So hopefully at least one, if not all of these, are going to help make your job and your life as a YouTuber much easier. So resource number 1 is the Small YouTubers Boost Facebook group. I've talked about this before on my channel, but this is basically a Facebook group that I'm in on Facebook that has over like 120,000 YouTubers in it, where you can ask questions, get advice, interact with other YouTubers. You can share links to your channel and your videos. Basically get your name out there to over 120,000 YouTubers and get more views, get more subscribers, learn new methods and strategies to grow your channel. And sharing my videos and channel in that group is probably responsible for like 90% of my external traffic to my videos and channel. So definitely since joining that group, my channel has taken quite the level up. Similarly, a second resource is a website called yttalk.com. Now this is an online forum that has everything organized into very helpful and useful like sections and threads. So there are threads for monetization topics, there are threads for getting subscriber topics, for making friends, making money, like all sorts of different topics, where essentially if you have any questions or concerns or you need advice on something, you can ask your questions and or concerns on this forum. And also, even though I'm not one to really ask questions in that forum, I regularly like to go in there, number one, to find video ideas, but also number two, because even though I don't come up with questions myself, 9 times out of 10, I land on a thread that I didn't even know I wanted an answer to, and just by looking in here, I have an answer to my question. So that has been a great resource I was not beforehand aware of, but I have recently been loving. Resource number 3 is one of the ones I talk about and preach about the most, called TubeBuddy. So TubeBuddy is a free extension for Google Chrome that you basically connect to your YouTube channel, and then you can use it on YouTube. And basically this is an extension that helps you with the SEO of your channel to grow your channel much faster and a lot more organically. So all you have to do is go on to the website. I will put my discount code and my link down below. You can either get the free version or the paid version. If you get the paid version, my coupon code gives you a discount, but of course the free version works really well too. So once you have signed up and made your account, all you do is connect your YouTube channel to it, and then you add it to either Google Chrome or Firefox, and you are then able to use it on YouTube. So the things I use TubeBuddy for the most, number one is the Seo Studio. So what you do in here is basically tell the studio what your keyword is for your video, and then it helps you set up your title, your description, and your tags to give you the highest possible SEO score. And ever since I started using this on my videos, I've seen growth on my videos like never before. So this tool is A1. The other thing I use it for pretty much every single day is the Keyword Explorer tool. So if I have a video idea or I'm looking for tags for my videos, I will search up my keyword or video title in the Keyword Explorer, and it basically gives you a score out of 100 to tell you the search volume and competition. So if your tags...
Alright, so it's Friday afternoon the 7th, it's just after 3 PM. I've picked up an extra shift at this restaurant job, Friday nights. It's both good and bad, but it's not, I don't think it'll be a permanent thing for me. I am kind of started looking for other work, but anyway, I'm going to be there, so I don't know why I'm saying this camera now, but anyway, my car's fucking up. If I don't come back, you know what happened. Alright, so I just rocked up at work, outside work, really, sorry guys. So I just walked up outside work, it's right away, that building, back of the car. I'm gonna put some socks on. Survived. The water car, this is the second, James, if you're watching this, cheers the car. I am liking the car. But something, there's issues with the gasket, head gasket, and should get it fixed. So the water, like when you're driving, it heads up. Last night it did. I don't know if it's the. So that's why I was a bit worried about getting here okay. So it's Friday night afternoon. I'm getting a bit too old to be working at nights. Hospitality has changed a lot since I was started a long time ago. And the only people working nights now are casuals, second job students, or people who want to have some sort of career in hospitality, which is two different sides. But somebody like me, look, I like work. If it wasn't for this YouTube stuff, I probably wouldn't be doing this job at all. I am a daytime worker. I'm somebody who just wants to rock up, work, get paid and go. And that's the job that I'll probably end up getting. So that's the job that I'll probably be looking for. Just a daytime job. I can rock up during the day and go. I think the surf's mad. I'll get some video of the surf. So, look at the fuck. It's actually really big. So I've got a better view of it. So, you're a bit early, so I've got the time to do it. Half an hour. Oh, yeah. The northern beach is just full of middle class people. So, see what happens. Mask. Do you have any masks left, Thomas? Thanks, mate. Good, mate. There's one in the car. Thanks, boss. Alright. Hey, Fabian. Alright, been better.
If I come in here, I need to wear a different hat, a mask, you know, like a full of mask. Darcy, how are you, bro?
So what's with the mask?
You don't have to wear it in here.
Okay, on the outside.
Yeah. You have to wear it when you're going through the figures. You will need to wear it in the what do you call it?
Yeah, outside was fine.
Yeah.
I just wasn't too
In here in the kitchen, you don't have to wear it. Only front of the house you have to wear it because we don't deal with customers. But if you go through the diggers,
yeah, no, that's alright. I was just telling how much. You can't be busy, no?
no. It's like we've just been trying to get ready for our station.
I would say because of the COVID stuff now.
No, it's still pretty booked out. Because it's only a precaution. It's not as bad as it's just a precaution thing. So the guy that had it, right, he's been apparently, when we found out, he's been looking for barbecues. And he's gone from all the barbecues galore from Bondi all the way to all the way here. He's gone to Brookie. So, but apparently, another thing is, we watched TV this morning, so it's a US strand, and both husband and wife have turned positive. They don't know where he's got it from, so that's what they're trying to figure out. But it's like a small strand, it's not like a really high one. So another thing is it's not spread, it can spread, but it's not like a bouncy ball. You know how bouncy goes ding 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 ding. Well, this one that he's got, it's only like a small strand, so it's not like if you like, for example, if I had it, but not saying, but if someone had it, it's not going to spread through like it's just like, so it's pretty much I don't know how many, they've figured these different strains, right? So this is like a small percentage strain, and they've also said it's not like it's spreadable, like a domino effect kind of thing. So it's kind of like we're just on the safe side, but it's just like the mask thing's just trying to protect everyone in case they get it, you know. What can we do about it? We were dead as last night, and then really late, they started coming in late, but there's a couple people.
I was just thinking, maybe people was like doing a man.
A couple of people have cancelled bookings, but anyway.
You know what I mean? They just
precautioners, anyway.
Yeah, me too. I know in the last few vlogs, what the fuck is that? This roller coaster made entirely out of necks. What? As I was saying, it's almost midnight. I'm about to go to bed. I know the last few vlogs, I've been late, forgot to upload, whatever, and I've been filming a lot in my bedroom, but yeah, so I just kind of knocked off about an hour and a half ago from the restaurant job. Yeah, I'm half asleep. I'm getting old, so I can't stay up much later past midnight. But yeah, I hope you guys. I just wanted to say, I hope you guys enjoying the vlogs. I know that it's not particularly the best or good or whatever, but I guess I'm just trying to document some or not all, but some of my life. But hopefully I remember to put it with this video. It's there's an email in the description box called empatheticsatan. empatheticsatan@yahoo.com. If not, my Instagram link should be in the description box. Feel free to send me a DM. You can troll me, you can send hate mail. That shit doesn't get to me. I know a few people have actually been sending emails, and it's actually been really cool to go back and forth on these emails with these people. But I don't know what to say. I am planning to make some changes as well. Might be buying a webcam sooner or later. But once I catch up on these vlogs a bit, next week I'll probably be uploading a bunch to get me back on track. Then hopefully I can spend some time, a couple hours a week, doing something a bit more focus point. Balance out between taking my camera around with me and actually spending some time making a proper vlog. Anyway, I'm going to get ready to go to bed. Hopefully I don't repeat what I did last night and just end up not falling asleep. Drinking coffee this late at night won't help, but I don't know, I should be saying some words of wisdom too, but I still believe that the responsible thing for anyone to do is to grow to be a better person. I've watched a few things online that's kind of inspired me to kind of maybe sit down in front of the camera and talk a bit more openly about me. So, anyway guys, I really do hope that whoever watches this now is enjoying their life. You're happy, smiling, you're falling in love, eating good food. Yeah, you know, it's trying to practice humbleness. So, fuck man, I've joined TikTok too, so that won't be, the link to my TikTok thing won't be in the description box, but there should be somewhere in the about page. Maybe have a look if you. One video a day. It's pointless videos. So with my Instagram stuff, I've decided to do really horrible drawings. Call them self-portraits. So anyway, I just want you guys to be happy. So, and hopefully I've made a couple more friends doing these vlogs. Send me an email or DM me on Instagram. So anyway, peace.